Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is Dual Destinies, my first ever playthrough of Dual Destinies. December 19th, Cosmos Space Center entrance. Wow. I was wondering what kind of place this Space Center would be. It looks so freaking cool. Like, it's actually a really cool set piece. It almost looks like an amusement park of the future. Yeah. Did you know they even let the public see the rockets up close? That's actually pretty neat. Look at the little picture over there. Oh, so check it out. Look at how brightly the Galaxy logo shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. I really dig the stars and rocket motif it's got going. GIAXA? Huh? Is that a new name for the Federal Space R&D program? Yeah, GIAXA? Yeah, but why the strange acronym? I mean, why is GIA supposed to stand for Galaxy? If that were it, then the whole thing would be something like Galaxy Exploration Agency, which, if you ask me, I'd have abbreviated to GAXA or even Gaia. I guess so. I know, maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the letter Y. This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu. You know what's funny about this too, though? This is very, like, normal. It's a very human thing, but a very Ace Attorney thing as well to just stop and talk about this type of stuff. Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction. Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Who's this? Galactic Scooter, full speed ahead. Who's Scooter? What? What? Oh my god, what a cool, oh my god, what a cool design. Holy hell, yikes. Who's this geezer and what's he want? Geezer. Oh my god.
Look upon me, and look well. Behold the great power of space science.
He's like twiddling the mustache. Pardon me, but you are? Look at him. The music, what the hell? It's like a freaking 90s space anime, what the hell?
My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos.
Yuri Cosmos.
I am the director of the Cosmos Space Center, the center of the cosmos.
Boss, that was pretty groan-inducing. I'm blown away with the music, what the hell? If this person is the Space Center's director, then that means... Ah, so you're the one who first discovered Clay's body, weren't you? Oh my god. Oh, the music. It's actually like an epic space show or movie. Holy hell. And who was the first to find the victim? Actually, there were two of them. The Space Center director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Candace Arm. And Candace Arm, gone. Oh my god, but look, like he's like back to us like in a movie, look.
That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body.
I can't get over the music. I can't get over him just standing here like this.
Let us talk of the incident. Are you by any chance the space police?
You can't tack the word space onto any old thing. Well, he just did. The music. We're Mr. Starbucks lawyers. We're here to investigate his case. Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way.
Ah, I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, be my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate.
Thank you.
I trust you are probably grateful. Now go ahead. Have at it.
I can already tell he's going to be in nothing but trouble. Don't let him hear you say that, or you'll see what trouble really is. Oh my god. Let's just be professional, ask him about when he found the body, okay? I'm willing to ask this guy anything. Holy hell. What a cool design, and the music's going crazy. Yuri Cosmos. So as director, what did you do here at the Space Center specifically?
Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter how the obstacles stand in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind.
I believe I used the word specifically in my question.
Attention all personnel, to your break stations.
Prepare. Wait, everyone's on break at the same time? That's not good. Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner.
That's exactly right. Because I am an important man. My manner is important.
Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm. No, he definitely doesn't. And if you're going to tell him he's important, he's going to feel it. Well, there's bound to be some people like that here in the boundless space.
What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important specifically? Well, very well, I will tell you. I was a central figure in the Hat One project.
Oh, wow. The project from 7 years ago?
You may proceed to probably be impressed. Now go ahead.
Have at it. Didn't that fail? I might be more impressed if I knew what he did for it, specifically. Yeah, he's not answering anything specifically. Let's ask him about the bombing. I love this guy. Could you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day?
I refuse.
What?
Explaining is a job for a common folk, not the director of the center.
I can't get over the music.
The center of the cosmos. My testimony will go down in space history. Will be heard in the courtroom.
Oh, so he's saving it for the courtroom. Okay. So does that mean he'll be taking the stand tomorrow?
That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind.
I'm not sure he really understands what being a witness is all about. Looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about. You know, there's people like that. Then let's at least try to ask him about the thing he might be willing to open up about. Which is that, oh, the Hat One, okay, because he was involved in it. The Hat One was a rocket that launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home?
I suppose it's fair to be job to educate ignorant folk, young folk like you. Very well, I'll impart to you the complete story of the Hat One project.
Oh, thank you very much. With his back turned to us, looking all dapper on his little scooter, his little Segway.
Hat One's novel mission was to collect samples from an asteroid.
Oh, so like the current mission, because we had asteroids, or there's asteroids involved in this because of the asteroids under Clay's arms.
And Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat One reached its planned orbit.
Look at the music is intense.
From where it launched the Hope probe towards the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope's probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat One returned safely to Earth. The struggle, that was the incident known as the Hat One miracle.
Oh, sorry, the struggle. Sorry, Athena. That the struggle was the incident known as the Hat One miracle occurred, right?
Correct. And it's truly a miracle. Of course, they had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination.
What a cool design. Like, legitimately a cool design. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth a few days ago. Okay. So that's the asteroid samples that we got now, is it? So what kind of samples are they? What's in them? He's not going to say. Oh my god, they haven't even been analyzed yet. The samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. They haven't been analyzed yet. That's sucky. And the police probably have them right now.
We haven't had time since they just came back.
Yeah, the day before Tran's murder. Regrettably, we've had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that occurred. Okay, so maybe it's not that they're taking it to custody. Maybe it's just that they haven't had the time. But no, it would be evidence, right?
But this is our space development program, ahead of other countries.
Oh, sorry, but
This puts our space development program ahead of other countries by several years.
that's quite impressive. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all. It seems like he is very invested in this space center.
In the golden age of space development, our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of the Space Center.
It's huge.
The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential.
A moon rock, huh? Why does a moon rock taste better than Earth rock? That's what I gotta say. It's a little meteor. I remember that being big.
I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission as a man who stands at the center of the cosmos.
He's sick. He's so cool. I hear a lot of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all civilization. Really? It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there. Crazy.
What? Bite your tongue! It's not for anything so base as money or politics. It's all for the brilliant future that awaits mankind. And all for my illustrious mission.
With the back turned again.
With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it.
I guess even a space program has to watch its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena. Huh? Oh, well, you know, I thought I'd better brush up for the case. Okay. But I honestly think Athena's the type of person that will, like, know something randomly about a topic all the time. You know what I mean? It's like, she's the type of person that's like, man, my car broke down. You know? It's like, how do we fix this? And she'll be the one that's like, oh, I'll do it. On the side of the road. Or, like, you know, randomly it's like, oh, like, you know, I wonder what's the best way to, like, you know, cook this special food. Or, no, that's a bad example. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, somebody just, like, automatically knows something, like, random facts about something that you wouldn't even realize they know something about. Like, they know every single rule of a sport that just, like, no one's ever heard of, you know? Is that so? Phoenix not buying that fully.
Well, I'll be on my way. As you can see, I'm a very busy man and very important man. Galactic scooter, fire up the main engine, max battle speed, and engage.
You do whatever you need to do, buddy. That thing is surprisingly fast. I guess we better get going too. What an interaction. You bet, let's make it so. What an interaction with, like, an absolutely incredible... Oh, we're going right to the boarding lounge with an absolutely incredible character. What is that? What is that? December 19, Cosmos Space Center. What? Like, what is it? It must be like a animatronic or something. Boarding lounge. So this is where Mr. Tram was murdered? Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram the police made again. Right now we're in the main building here on the right side of the third floor. Claim Mr. Starbuck fled here from the launch pad 1 after the explosion. You there, no admittance without express permission. Oh, we're not allowed in? We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate. Sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. For real? Canada Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. Oh, Fulbright's here? So Detective Fulbright is here, huh? Good. Yeah, he's in the launch pad 1 corridor. Go get clearance for him and then we'll talk. Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Yeah, he actually loves you. Let's see. What trick should I use on him today? I don't think you even need a trick sometimes, Athena. Like, sometimes you just ask him nicely and he's very good to you. He likes you a lot. Like, you know, he thinks you're on the side of justice. I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid. Grateful. Great-frayed. Afraidful. So, to get to Launchpad 1 corridor, we just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think. Wait. That door. It looks awfully familiar. Good idea, boss. Ah, it's the door that they came through. This is the door that claimed Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad. Fair enough. That explains it. The fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now, come on, let's go. Oh, we're just going? Interesting. Again, like, I think the... You know, we can't examine everything right now, but I think they always let us examine, like, the important stuff for the actual case. We used to be able to examine everything, but I think I've gotten a few explanations as to why that isn't the case. First explanation is that, like, it's just the fact that they want to streamline the actual investigation process, and I think that's, you know, totally fair. I think someone else was saying that, like, that the game is, like, you know, it's because it's gone to 3D. And this is, like, something that is probably common as well, because it's in 3D, that to have everything be, like, moving and in 3D and full motion and have it to be fully investigatable is very difficult and would cost, like, a lot of manpower and would make the game size so much bigger. It would so much bigger. Now, I think that both of them can be true at the same time, but I do think that, like, yeah, maybe they're trying to streamline the process. Now, for me personally, I always loved the process of going around just investigating stuff. I don't have any real... I'm not going to complain about it here or being like, oh, I want to examine absolutely everything, because, like, it's still a very, very fun game and having a good time. I feel like it's such, like, you know, it's a thing that's like, okay, I enjoyed it in the other games. We don't get to do it all the time in this game, but we still get to look at the scenery, at least. So, yeah. Moving on from that. Launchpad 1 corridor. There's a robot! This robot's just cleaning. Oh, you can see the remains of the explosion in the background. Even in space, safety first. But there's just a robot. December 19, Cosmos Space into Launchpad 1 corridor. So this is it, huh? This is the corridor the two of them used in their escape. Yep, this is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 with the main building. I see police stay down at the other end. Guess we won't be looking at the launch pad. After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke. And the launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them. Terrifying. Like, you know, the thing is, like, all the time, like, we go through so many cases that, like, it's not that we become desensitized, because there's still some stuff where, like, oh my god, that's horrible. I remember last chapter, in the DLC chapter, we were like, that's disgusting. You know, the way he, like, moved the body to, like, be in the same position as a statue. Still, that stuff gets to us. But sometimes you can easily just be like, okay, we have to investigate this, so we have to just keep going. And then when you think about it, you're like, oh my god, that's horrifying. This would have been terrible. I would have cried. I would have been crying on the ground in a puddle of my own tears, you know? It must have been terrifying. Now, where does Detective Fulbright could be? Hey, I think that's him over there. Okay, great. We like Fulbright. We do like Fulbright. He's actually very good. Oh, what should I do? Which path is a path of justice? Oh, wow. He's thinking about justice. He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot. Oh, no, I think he's lost. Yeah, I think he's lost, metaphorically. Ah, it's you lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Hey, Fulbright. I genuinely think he's actually good. I think that, yes, he is, like, sometimes... Like, I think the main thing about Fulbright is that he means well, right? He means well for sure. And not only means well, but, like, on most of the time, he does a good job. Like, even if he's, like, crazy about it, he does a good job. Enjoying a relaxing day off? Are you here for a little rocket sightseeing? We're to investigate the scenes, same as you. Do you have any info to share? Boss, if he acts all reluctant to give us information, we hit him with the whatever shall we do act. I'm sure he'll fall for it. Athena, you know what it is? It's just that you are such a, like, again, by the way, she's so empathetic. She's such an empathetic person. She's such a person that cares about other people's emotions. But she's also, like, so enthusiastic about even, like everything that she does and puts everything into it, that when she's like, okay, let's manipulate this person, she's like, okay, let's do it 100%. You know what I mean? She's great. She's so funny. Got it? Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something? Yeah, put the peanut butter with the pill.
Info on the case, huh?
All right, I'll gladly... Oh, okay. He's just gonna share it with us. Huh? What just happened?
Detectives and lawyers seeking the truth and justice side by side. I like it. I just take whatever you want from me, you info bandits. I'm in a generous mood today.
Just today? What's happening? Usually we have to do a little bit of a... Yeah. I don't know if there's something weird about Detective Fulbright today. Yeah, there is. He just gave us the information. Well, we need the information, so let's run with it. If you say so. So we just talk to him? The crime scene? Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene? There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Or whatever shall we do? Oh, she's doing it like, but she's doing it in like the normal tone. Whatever shall we do?
That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in.
Great, thank you.
Investigate your heart's content. Take a week if you need it. A month even.
Did something happen? Because, like, he's accommodating, like, whenever we, like, kind of do the, like, workaround with him. Or if Athena asks nicely. But, like, we didn't even have to ask nicely. He just gave us the accommodation right now.
I should have some snacks delivered?
What? What do I remember gives me neck rub? Oh, well, yeah, I'll take that. Oh, my God, yeah. Oh, no. That's okay. But thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. Yeah, it's, like, again, I always think he's very accommodating when he is accommodating, but, like, it usually takes a bit of work. Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he's hit his head or something? Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. What happened exactly? Yeah, I hope he's okay. Like, because the thing in my head is, like, is this the thing where, like, he's trying to, like, because you know that he works with Blackwell. Does Blackwell want us to get more information on this? Because, like, it's really weird for him to just be, like, so open about this. I wonder what's happening. Because, like that's the only thing I can really think of. Like, is Blackwell just being like, hey, let them do it? Because in that case, I'm worried about everything. What happened exactly? You were here at the Space Center at the time of the incidents, weren't you, Detective?
That's right. I was here on security assignment.
Okay. Police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that.
Yes, well, you know us. To serve and protect. The explosions occurred when I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation.
Oh my god. He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened? Of course, a bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one over Launchpad 1 also blew sky high. So I immediately instructed the visitors and the employees to evacuate the shelter. The shelter? That's right. There was an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center. It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like. So where were you when the first bomb went off? I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion. And the stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way. Then wasn't it impossible to get down to the basement shelter? No, we lowered an emergency ladder, okay, from the 4th floor window and escaped that way. You did a pretty good job. It was a folding ladder, so it was very stable. Wasn't very stable, but at least it reached the ground. No, exactly. Yeah, you did a good job. Very good job. After I secured the ladder, I left to take a look around for any other survivors. Once everyone got out safely, I made my way down too, and headed to the shelter. Wow, what an ordeal. It's a lot, but climbing down an emergency ladder kind of sounds fun. I mean, normally maybe your smile is lovely, but I think one of the issues is that in this case, you have an explosion coming after you and a fire starting. But Athena doesn't think about that. Athena thinks about the fun parts of life. Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful. Just a moment. I have some more information to share with you. Great. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay? What's happening here? Did Blackwell put him up to this? Wow, and Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash too. Never mind that. I thought I should know that there was a witness. A witness to the actual crime itself? Could you tell us more about this witness? Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee. He was on the 4th floor. So someone who was an employee of this place, not just like, okay, that's actually gonna be, we need to talk to him as soon as possible. While she was climbing down, so it's a she looked through the window into the 3rd floor lounge. So she was looking into the crime scene from the outside? That's right. It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know, not that I know what she exactly, what she saw exactly yet, though. You don't? But that's the most important thing of all. Don't you worry, I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere here at the Space Center. You might even run into her. A 4th floor employee, huh? All right, thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright. No, really good stuff, Fulbright. Thank you so much. Gee, you sure being cooperative, Detective. A little too, that's what I'm saying, a little too cooperative. Yes, well, actually something you can't talk about? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, never mind, don't worry about me. So it is something wrong? Well, I'll be on my way now. What was all that about? Something is definitely going on. And I'm gonna get it out the next time we see him. Okay, so like, yeah, we do think there's definitely something wrong. Okay, I'm not so sure he'll talk about it though. Yeah, that's the thing. Something is very off. You know, it's very off. Well, we have permission to investigate now. Let's head back to the boarding lounge. What about the robot over here? What about the robot? So we have to go back to the boarding lounge? That animatronic thing is crazy. December 19, Cosmos Space Center. Boarding lounge. You two, Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too if you like. No, it's fine, buddy, but thank you so much. That's alright, but thank you for the offer. This Theta face is the best one. Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Now let's see. Where's that diagram again? So this lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building. And according to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend. Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this third person then. You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem though. This room is... this room. Oh, it's just so big. Don't worry, we can use this to help us. A Space Center pamphlet for tourists? Yep, picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Yep, Here it is. A map of the lounge. This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Wright. Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier. A pamphlet for visitors to the Space Center includes a diagram of the boarding lounge. Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person. Wait, there's just one more thing. What's that strange creature? Yes, it's like the animatronic thing. Oh, boss, it's holographic. Okay, it's a holographic image. Oh yeah, I knew that. Phew, that's a relief. Yeah, if they're inhabiting the Earth now, kind of scary. There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. So it's a projection then. Okay. That's what it says in the pamphlet anyway. The only reason you're so eager to start is so that you can push that button, isn't it? And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues. Alright, fine. Let's get investigating. Athena wants to press a button. Okay, so we can examine this place after all. Very cool. So, like, I think, like, me being like, oh, you can't examine every place. I probably picked the wrong room to talk about that. What's this? A window. And it's right next to the holographic image, too. I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality. Way off, it says emergency ventilation, you know, to clear smoke from fire, but that's not as romantic. See, it's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality. There you go, I agree with Theta. She's amazing. No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is a torture device. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity? Yeah. Uh-oh, Athena has an odd glint in her eye. Did she think about trying that thing out? Look, an odd glint in her eye? You mean that she's very forcefully clenching her fists? I should try to stop her, but I'm afraid she'll just out-muscle me. She would kill you. She would murder you. Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there. What you see? Oh, Athena! Some kind of fragment. It's stuck in tight. Well done. Well, that's what the glint was all about. That color looks familiar. I think it's part of the oxygen tank. I think you're right. But if that's here... it means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived in the boarding lounge. So Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge. Fantastic. So Apollo was right. The scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad. You know what's really interesting about this is that we have now a trial or a case where we're talking about a previous lawyer and we're trying to pick up the pieces from them. Athena was there, so she'll be a very good help with this, I'm betting. But, like, we're picking up the pieces. So anything they said, we're trying to prove right from Apollo's perspective as well, you know? Way to go, Apollo. Yeah, he's so smart. Apollo's so bright. So we have this as well, this holographic window. At first glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape, but then there's that creature. Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this is what its surface looked like. I don't know. I think it would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that. It did make quite a bit of news, though, when the probe came back. Yeah, but the Hope probe didn't even go to the planet. It went to an asteroid. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there. This door as well. So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room. Well, let's check. Drumroll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet. Okay, it's gonna come in handy. We're here at this place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy. Lefty, Righty, and Downy, of course. That's the scientific term. People usually say West, East, and South in the case of the guess, you know, but Lefty, Righty, Downy works as well. Details. Anyway, take a look at the west door. That door with the rocket icon leads to Launchpad 1. I know, because it says here on the map, Launchpad 1 corridor. So that's where we were with Detective, it was filled with smoke after the explosion. Right. Next up, on the right-hand side of the map, or the east in your world, in our world. Of course, in our world, Athena. That's the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communication, aka the control room. Yep, it definitely says control room. Looks like it has another door on the opposite side. They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there. So it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center's center, if you will. Exactly, Athena. I love the peace sign. Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here a while? Probably. But it seems that they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hat 2 mission. So this control room was empty at the time. I've always wanted to see inside of a mission control room. And since we're here, I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out. Like me? So the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. I think, yeah, only directed control. That makes sense with the control room, I guess. But I guess like they probably do tours when there's enough security. But like it's a lot of information in there that you'd probably have to like make sure you're hiding all the important stuff before you let people go through there. With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, Athena. So apparently the lock is also hooked up to the backup generator in case of emergencies. Very cool. Okay, what about the last door? This lower door. Oh, excuse me. I mean, south door. It leads to the elevators. Oh, she corrected herself. You don't need to correct yourself. It's Downey. This is the door we came through when we entered this room, right? Yep, and of course there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone. But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion. Well, that about it's for the 3 musketeers. Oh, the boarding lounge. Thanks. Understanding the layout for the lounge should help us understand the case. That's why I thought we'd better have a good grasp of where all the doors go. When they gave Athena a chance to be really funny, she's hilarious. I think the reason why we forgot how funny she was for a moment, or at least I forgot how funny she was for a moment as a supporting like lawyer, is probably just because she was the main character in the last case. And when we did the DLC case, she was like definitely hilarious, but there were so many people talking. And this, like it's us alone, right? And in those moments, she's very funny. You know what I mean? Because she has like the room to be really funny. Check the table, I guess. That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there. According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says. Why? If you spin the table, your chair spins too. Why would anyone want to have something like that here? I mean, like, pass the time, but yeah, here, you're right, Phoenix. It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the seat. But you're not gonna... You're just not gonna become an astronaut then. How are you gonna? You're gonna puke your guts up if you're in space, and you have to do the 0 gravity. If you can't handle 0 gravity, it says it's a training device. It's easy on the eyes and what? I don't get the point of that. I don't get it. Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle 0G? Maybe it's to ease them into it. I guess. That's crazy. Let's see, this door is... Where's that pamphlet? Here we are. It's the door to the corridor that leads to the Launchpad 1. We went through earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright. So I guess the security lock must be disengaged now, right? They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. This thing beside the door. This must be a fingerprint recognition device. Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial. There he is, Blackwell.
The notion of a third party in the Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are precious few with the clearance to do so.
Then does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? But the number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small. Voila, fingerprint power I brought in just in case something like this came up. Oh my god, so we have a, something from Emma Sky. I guess this actually belongs to Trucy probably as well at this stage, because she was the one who probably took a lot of it, or got a lot of it from Emma Sky. I found it at the office. I've been itching for a chance to use it. I really do, like, I think, with Trucy not being here, I do miss Trucy. Right, of course I miss Trucy. But I think also at the same time, I love Athena also. Obviously, it would have been great to have them together, but like it's really hard to get like when you have like 3 people doing an investigation at once, especially with like how big of personalities everyone is in this room, it'd probably be kind of like more difficult. But I think also it makes sense that like, you know, she's more Apollo's you know, second in cases like this. And obviously she's more focused on her magic too. I'm trying to like explain away here, but like my whole thing is like I love Athena, I love Trucy, I love Maya, I love every single like Paula when she was helping us last time as well. It's so great to have any one of them around the place helping us out. So it's kind of like we're getting to know Athena. We're definitely getting to know Athena. But also, like, I adore Trucy and do miss Trucy sometimes, too. And I think both those things can be true. It's like, we're getting to know Athena, we love Athena, but also we can also miss Trucy. Just like I think, like, in the next game, if Athena's not there, we're going to miss Athena. Just like we miss Maya all the time, too, you know? Wow, what do you think ahead? Now let's adjust our fingerprints recognition device and see what we can find. You got it. Now sprinkle some here and a little over there, and... Whoop. What do we find? Let's see what we have here. Oh, we got something. Oh, it's only a single set of prints. Isn't that a good thing? Sure, we wish you could find out who those prints these are. Although, I doubt we'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try. Well, I'm willing to bet the detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data. Right. And there's the security footage of this door too. Yes, he's here. Here it is. It came up in the court the other day. I wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit. Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. Yeah. With the Moody's in, he'll probably show us right. Yeah, he'll probably show us and then tell us exactly what happened in it as well. Yeah, he's almost in too good of a mood today. Let's go see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. There's the actual fingerprint thing as well. So this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put on this hand of this mark. Why, guess when you could try. Now to light up my hand with the owl. This is why she's hilarious. She's brilliant. Don't worry, Athena. This thing is related to the case. Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you'll be named as a suspect. Oh, how can you be so cruel to a little girl like me? I'm not buying those tears, Missy. How could we be so cruel? Yeah, this thing over here as well. I wonder what this big knob is for. Looks like the knob on the stove. It does. Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove requires a knob security like this? She was just equating it to something, Phoenix. That's how humans work. Well, the knob is straight to up and down, so if it's for a stove, the burner would be off. Right. If it was for a stove. Still, I wonder what it's really for. Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove. How about a rocket engine? If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you could get in. Then I guess all we can say for now is that it's a mystery knob. It is a mystery knob. Okay, so there's this thing over here. Oh, it's like simulating the moon. Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says. Yeah. Oh boy, I want to try it. Get in. Gravity is weak on the moon, so I bet I could do mid-air somersaults. You could do them anytime you wanted. Best smile in the game. Look at this. We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling. Well, at least I could jump really high. True. There's a sign on the wall that's very clear says, don't jump too high. Well, what good is it, this thing? Athena, exactly. Didn't I say I was in the beginning to walk on the surface of the moon? Yeah, but if you can't jump real high, who cares? Who gives a damn? Oh, there's it's a trash suit? Because look at the trash symbol. What's this, a trapdoor? It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here. The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. It's pretty futuristic. I just hope they don't revolt. Like they do in the science fiction movies. No way, all the robots here are very nice. Actually, wasn't there one on Launchpad 1 corridor? We can go say hi to if you want. Yeah, sure. Okay. Oh. There's something else. The wall? Oh no, it's the grating. Look, there's something down here. Yeah. There's something down here. Hey, I see something shiny down there. Let's take this cover off then. Is that a bullet? Looks like a metal jelly bean. Or that. Athena's... this is why I love Athena's mind. She goes straight to metal jelly bean. It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 millimeters in diameter. Let's see. That would make the caliber 10? Caliber refers to the diameter of the gun's barrel, right? Yes, but I've never heard of a 10 caliber gun before. Is that small? This bullet must be for a special kind of gun. I bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular sized gun, it would just fall right out. Yeah, it must have been a really small gun. I wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, we're in the bottom left of the south. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here? Leave Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us just the card we need. Discovered in the gutter that runs along the south wall of the boarding lounge. It was fired from a 10 caliber handgun. Okay, interesting. Is that all we have to do here? Usually you have the check mark over the whole area, yeah. Check mark over here. There actually is the outline itself. So this is where they discovered Clay. Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo. Man. So he's stretched out like this and... What's that thing that looks like a thermos? It's the asteroid thing, right? That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned. I was in... oh, this is really cool. So she's explaining to Phoenix, like, what's in that. Because he wasn't there when I was in court with Apollo. He said it contains asteroid samples. All right, Detective Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? That they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the Hat One launched. I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see? Let's think about that after we've solved the case, okay? So that was actually very simple for the actual outline. I thought the outline would be like one of the most important parts of this whole thing, to be honest. But I guess it did, we needed it in the evidence at the very least. Oh, mirror, how thoughtful did they put one here? Thoughtful? So the ladies can fix their makeup. You know what? True. One's appearance is just as important in space as on Earth, you know? You never know when you're going to run into someone in a life form after all. Yeah, and they're going to be like, oh my god, what a pretty lady. I don't even think that would ever become an astronaut in the first place. Yeah, they would. I mean, you can care about your appearance if you want. Some people don't, some people do. It's up to them. There are apparently oxygen capsules there for recovery after a training session. I wonder if they can change your voice. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Didn't do a thing. It's not helium. I was like, what's she doing? It's oxygen. Okay. Oh. It's like a remote. There's some kind of panel with 2 buttons on here. Just push it. That's the invariable principle of buttons. There are such things as buttons left unpushed. What did that do? Oh, so it is just a hologram of the window. A giant holographic image disappeared. Yeah, though that side of the wall seems kind of barren without it now. It kind of has a cool vibe to it, like, you know? I guess I'm just, I like much darker tones. Let's see if we can find anything new on the image. So just, if there's anything's changed about the image? With the holographic image off, the screen is completely black, which for some reason makes me think of losing an argument to Prosecutor Blackwell in court. Yeah, we're all a bit shaken up by that. But at least it's got my brain revved up. I come with my best ideas at times like these. Okay, but there has to be something more about this, right? Right there. I thought that was that's not a spider web. I thought it was a spider web. It's a crack. It's like a crack in the window. Hey, Miss Wright, take a look at this. It looks like a bullet hole. Great find, Athena. Athena's always doing great finds. It's pretty big. Whoever fired this shot must have been using a pretty large gun. You think so? Based on my experience, I'd say this was fired from a regular pistol. Whatever size it was, somebody fired a gun in here. Yeah. Apparently, this is an important fact. Do you see a bullet around somewhere? We found one already. I guess we should have found this first. No, the police might have taken it, though. A single bullet hole was found in the boarding lounge. The bullet itself is missing. Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this bullet hole later. Sure. Who are you? Who are you? Welcome to the Space Center. Guess. Welcome. Yikes. What in the world? It's a robot. PONCO? P-O-N-C-O, PONCO. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one. I will guide you. Choose all right now. Press 1. It's a robot. It is. I'm not a robot. I am PONCO. It's PONCO, Phoenix. It's PONCO. Psychological observation and navigating companion. So you can do both of those things? P-O-N-C-O, PONCO. Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up. Oh, Ponco, I miss it. You missed Ponco? You know Ponco? Do you know this thing, Athena? Oh, she, showed us around the last time when I came here with Apollo. Very cool, actually. You're such a good girl, Ponco. That's a good girl. Oh my god. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy. So very happy. Ponco likes the attention. Well, guide robot. That's pretty cool. My name is Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you. I don't know you. I don't know you. Huh? Ouch. That hurt. I mean, they don't know us yet. She has to register people she meets for the first time. Please register in Ponco. I really like Ponco. I like Ponco. We're talking to a robot named Ponco. Certainly. Commencing guest registration. Please tell me your name. A nickname is fine too. His name is Phoenix. I guess our nickname would be Nick, right? For what Maya gives to us and what Pearl calls us, and actually Larry as well. A bit overly familiar, but I'll allow it. Phoenix, please let me get a good look at your face. Oh, sure. Registering. Facial registration sequence complete, so we can just register any face. We're now officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix. Thanks. Nice to meet you too. Huh? This robot is pretty cute. You made a friend, boss. Isn't that great? Phoenix, Athena, allow me to guide you. Right this way. Oh, goody. Let's go, boss. Go where? Holy hell. December 19, Cosmos Space Center Space Museum. Oh my god. Is this a real rocket? Wow, this place. What is this place? It's amazing. Is that rocket real? It's incredible. Welcome, welcome. The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Learn about the history of our nation's space development and the Hat-1 project. The rocket is just a replica, but it's the same size as the real one. The Space Museum? Oh, it's here on the map. Okay, so it's on the exact opposite side of the main building from the Launch Pad 1. Space Spinner Fabric updated in the court record. Ponco's brilliant. We love Ponco. Ask me anything and I will explain. Ponco, you don't need to explain anything, Ponco. Ponco, as far as I'm concerned, you do whatever you want. Okay, you just be you. So we have a conversation with Ponco. Hat-1. Okay, let's go. I like Ponco. It's like, I shouldn't be surprised at what we talk to in this series, but like, talking to a robot, it's like, okay, let's go. This is quite the place. I can't believe we get to see a rocket this close up. This is a replica of the Hat-1 that was launched 7 years ago. It's exactly like the real Hat-1 inside and out. Did it inside too? I guess if they're bringing people on tours of it as well, I suppose. This place is amazing. It's the little brother of Hat-2 was supposed to launch the other day. It's little brother the Hat-2 was supposed to launch the other day. I wonder if Ponco knows why the launch was cancelled. Over there is an exhibit about the launch 7 years ago. Check it out. Check it out. Right here? Wow, man. Spacesuits. Photo, newspaper articles. I'd like to come here again on a day off. Hey, what's this photo of? Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at Clay. Wait, this is Hat-1? So Clay couldn't have been an astronaut right now, right? Because Clay would have been... This was 7 years ago, right? So Clay would have been... 16 at this point? But look, he's adorable. Clay's adorable here. And that's... What is it, Athena? Is something wrong? Oh, nothing. I just thought Mr. Starbuck looked really young too. That's all. Well, it was 7 years ago after all. So the young guy standing next to Mr. Starbuck, yeah. It's a young Clay Turan. Well, Clay died young. He was 23, but here he's a baby. Clay Turan, the victim. So they were mentor and a protege even way back then? And he's even got one of the staff jackets. Looks just like a regular staff member. No, Clay was still a student then. He just borrowed one of Solomon's old jackets, exactly, yeah. Yeah, that makes much more sense. Because it doesn't make a... Like, again, I don't think they'd let him into space. That's the thing, or let him work on the project. But it seems like he was very enthusiastic about it. Okay, imagine oh. Like, it'd be so cool if, like, you could see, like, again, these guys could have their own TV show. But, like, I'd love, like, imagine Clay and Apollo TV show. Like, these guys in this photo could have a TV show. Like, I would watch a TV show about all these guys. That would make sense. Clay would have been still in high school 7 years ago. Yeah, he would have been 16 years old, right? Everybody looks so happy. This space museum is great. What a fantastic exhibit. It's great. It is really, it's amazing. This area used to be Launchpad 2. That's why the only entrance is on the 3rd floor. Wouldn't it be better if they just made a new ground floor entrance instead? There was talk of it, but they had to scrap their plans because of the budget cuts. Budget cuts? Budget cuts, budget cuts. We need more money. Money. Who would record that kind of information to a guide robot? Why not? Well, he's one part of the team, you know? She's part of the team. While I was in space, Hat 1 launched a probe called Hope. Hope probe collected some samples from the asteroid and returned 5 days ago. That's what Director Cosmos said too. He told us it came back the day before Clay was killed. And here it is, the Hope space probe. I think I've seen the logo somewhere before. Let's see. Yeah, it's the capsule. Sorry, I paused there for a second. Just being completely freaking honest. Like, I got a notification on my phone from, like, an email being like, your video has been copyrighted. And it's always like, what is it? Very scared for a second. It just lit up and I saw a copyright notification, you know? And the last thing you want is, like, someone blocking your video, you know what I mean? You know? I think it'd be seen in the photo attached to the autopsy report. Maybe she'll give me some more info if I show it to her. Oh, the autopsy report? Okay. Let's do that first then. Oh, we have to go out of here to present, don't we? Yeah. PONCO, man. Do you recognize this capsule here in the top right? Checking registered data. I know. It is the Hope's capsule. It was carried inside the Hope probe. It contained asteroid samples, right? Yes, it was designed to store samples gathered by the Hope probe. It's been stored in a safe Launchpad 1 ever since it returned to Earth. It must not be removed. It must not be moved. I love the angry face that they do as well. Don't worry, PONCO. The people in charge already know what happened. They do? They do. I must ask them later. So the capsule was being kept in Launchpad 1, huh? Maybe Clay was trying to carry it to safety after the explosion. The Space Center staff must have been really excited to finally get the capsule back. But it's a pity the incident occurred before they got a chance to check the contents. Well, the police took it as evidence, so they'll have to wait a little longer. There we go. Found in the victim's possession is recently returned from a 7-year mission and contains asteroid samples. So yeah, it's crazy that we can't look at it. You know what I mean? They have asteroid samples and they can't even look at them. The Launchpad layout. The way the space launchpad is set up is really cool. Would you like me to tell you about it? Of course. Yeah, go on. Go on, PONCO. The setup of the Launchpad? Go gentle on my spiky-haired mind. I want to know. I want to know. Phoenix wants to know too. Thanks, Athena. Great, now Athena's got a case of the PONCOitis. Not a terrible disease to have. Hooray! I will tell you then. The rocket is built right inside the Launchpad structure. When the rocket is complete, it's moved along the Launchpad over the rails. And brought into position at the launch site. Isn't it cool? Isn't it? We used to have a big budget, so that's how we could build it all. It's very cool. A grand setup suits an important place like the Space Center. I guess everyone is hoping for a bigger budget next year. Myself included. Yeah, we need a big budget too. But honestly, like, the only person that's bringing money into the freaking place before we were lawyers was Trucy. I'm guessing the whole thing is operated from the control room, huh? That is it, but it can also be operated from the new command center too. Either way, the safety lock in the boarding lounge is the first to be disengaged. I guess before a big move like that can be carried out, there's all kinds of procedures. I would love to see the Launchpad be moved. When's the next one scheduled for? Searching data. All future plans have been put on hold. Oh, because of what's happened. Yeah, because of the bombing and the murder, I'll bet. Yeah, it's probably the exact thing, which is perfectly understandable. Well, when was the last time it was moved? Searching data. Great question, Athena, actually. I'm sorry. No, don't worry about it. The answer is not in my answer database. Do not worry about it whatsoever. I guess PONCO can only answer certain questions. Well, we certainly learned a lot by about the Space Museum. Thank you, Ponco. You explained everything very well. I love to explain. Thank you for listening. Thank you. You two are like old friends. It's hard to believe you just met recently. Yeah, it's like, but again, Athena's very good at like attracting herself to people, and people do like her a lot. Huh. It's because Ponco is so friendly, and Athena, you're so friendly. What are you talking about? Well, what should we investigate next? Let's go find Detective Fulbright. We have things to ask him about. Perfect, actually, yeah. We have the bullet and the... What did we say we were going to ask him about? The bullet hole thing? Security footage. Oh, the security footage and the fingerprint data, was it? Okay, I thought we were going to ask him about the... I guess we were going to ask him about both anyway. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the Launchpad 1 corridor. Bye, Ponco. See you later. Come again. Come again. And don't forget to visit the gift shop. Poor Ponco. What a Dixian life we are all forced to lead. Ponco is in the best position ever. We love Ponco. Guys, that's going to end this video here. I'm having a blast with this. I really am having such a fun time with these trials. And I think as we get later into the trials, not only are they fun, but they have some very like cool stories to them as well. Love Ponco. Love Ponco a lot. I think the music in this one was so good. I think the set pieces are incredible. Thank you so much to Ty402. This is a thank you to my patrons, but if you don't know, the patrons get a shout out if you're at the €15 tier, the $10 tier. You get to see them come across the screen right now. And yeah, you can check that out in the description below. Thank you to Ty402, JB Bull, Jonathan Banana, the Ghost of Vita Zuma, Felicitas Felix, Eskun, Yuld, Radish, Anusta, Shabbat Bed, Malconte, Death Trap, and Links Marky. And guys, I'll see you guys for the next episode of Ace Attorney, which will be tomorrow. We have Ace Attorney episodes every day, would you believe? Bye-bye.